Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living Monday live session. Well, almost 1:30 now, and since morning, relentless selling pressure. It was somewhat expected also, based on Friday evening's trading activities in the US markets and the way Europe market got sold off on Friday. SGX Nifty was anyway showing some amount of downtrend today, and in line with SGX Nifty and in line with global cues, Nifty also opens lower, opens at around 17,109, and from there on relentlessly it has started coming down. There was a sell level at 16,921. You can see here continuously from 17,109 came up to 16,921 and then made a pullback. Because the pullback got failed, then there was an entry at 16,921. From there on goes up to 18,866 and now currently trading at just about around 16,890. So this is the chart of Nifty. Opens 17,109, sell level at 16,921, goes up to 16,866 and now currently trading at around 20 to 30 points higher of the day's low. Well, Bank Nifty also, actually Bank Nifty is slightly stronger, I would say, compared to the Nifty chart. You can see here on Friday it closed at the one of the highest point, 39,834. Today opens at around 39,760 and from there on continuously comes down to 39,171. From there tries to make a pullback, but pullback is failed. So we get a sell entry at around 39,171 and currently just about trading below the sell level of 39,171. Probably it might go further down, but overall when you see the price action and the volume action, I would say Bank Nifty is not that very weak compared to the Nifty chart. Bank Nifty is looking slightly strong. Maybe during the day or the rest of the day it might once again lose ground and it might start falling down, but as of now I would say watch out for that 39,101, wherein from there it had tried to make one amount of small pullback. It went up to 39,200, but again it is failing to cross any convincing levels. So both Nifty as well as Bank Nifty both are in sell mode. Both have triggered the sell on the downside, which means the fresh selling would have started and markets definitely are weaker, but there is no significant weakness in Bank Nifty, and of course Nifty is slightly more weaker than Bank Nifty today. So having said that, probably over the next 2 to 3 hours maybe the Bank Nifty also will give up. Bank Nifty already giving up 39,100, 39,099. Well, Bank Nifty cuts the low and starts making new lows now. 39,084 is the new low. As we speak, Bank Nifty is giving up. I was thinking it is hovering around the breakdown level. It is not convincingly going down compared to Nifty, but then you can see here Nifty, once it broke down 16,921, it convincingly went down up to 4 to 5 candles. We could see continuous downward movement. So it was very obvious Nifty was trading weaker, but you can see here Bank Nifty, once it cut the sell levels 39,171, it has been 4 candles, it has been hovering around the sell level itself. It is not making any consecutive lower lows. So if it makes, it is actually making consecutive lower lows, but it is coming back towards that zone of 39,150, 170 range. So this is where it is as of now. In fact, I would say it might give up in next 2 hours. I am not very sure, but as of now if you see, Bank Nifty is not ready to go down any further, looks like. Well, let us quickly look into some of the banking stocks. I will not keep the session very long. I will try to finish the session today with very little stock analysis. Well, this is Axis Bank chart, opens at around 837, goes up to, comes down to 827, goes up to 842, again now trading towards the low of 827. So here we are at yesterday's low of 827. It has actually survived yesterday's low and it made one considerable pullback, and it has not still cut today's low or yesterday's low. In fact, if it cuts today's low, nothing to be done, but if it cuts yesterday's low, then we can see, like, there is some amount of selling that might once again come. For all of these things to happen, if it cuts yesterday's low, then obviously Bank Nifty also will go along with these stocks. Bajaj Finserv, the opening candle sell at 1288. You can see the performance here, 40 points down already, and you can see all the candles are down. All the candles are in red. This is the chart of Bajaj Finserv. From the opening candle low of 1288, non-stop downward movement up to 1238, almost 50 points movement from the sell level. Well, obviously most of the banking stocks have shown the weakness. You can see here Bajaj Finance, there was some amount of buying that could have taken place at 5611, but it has failed, and also it has taken the stop loss at 5611, and then it has taken the sell again at 5611, and we are seeing now the levels of 5545, currently trading at 5562. Well, it looks like there is a buy at 5611. It goes up, but it doesn't sustain the upward movement. Again, once it comes back, we have exited at the cost at 5611. So you can see the stop loss level here, the same as same as the entry price, and from there on the fresh short gets emerged, which is not coded. So you don't see the sell on the screen as the next trade. From there on, it has continuously fallen down, and 5611 happens to be also the sell level. From there we are seeing about 50 points downward movement. Bandhan Bank, not much trades available in this. Bank of Baroda, well, confusing movement at the lower levels, very similar to Bank Nifty, not ready to go down, and there is some amount of, well, you can see pullback is happening from the lows. Bank of Baroda, watch out, there may not be any clear trades here. So when such things are happening, don't be in a hurry to buy anything. Let us go back to the Bank Nifty chart. You can see here it made the low of 39,084, but it did not stay there. Again it is back to 39,200 levels. In fact, let us see if it has come to some stage. Okay, it had to at least come to 39,040 levels before any trade had to happen. So which means, it might still come down. There is still a possibility of Bank Nifty still falling down and going below 39,000 today itself, until unless, if you are really trading Bank Nifty, if you are already in the position on the short side in Bank Nifty, then I would say the stop loss for this will be 39,300. So keep 39,300 as the stop loss, and do not be in a hurry to sell further. If you have already sold something and if you are sitting on the position, just hold on to the position and watch out for 39,000 levels. It might come below 39,000. There is still a very high probability, because Nifty is nowhere showing any strengths of pulling back. Convincing pullback may not happen in Nifty, but Bank Nifty is dicey. I would say 50-50 chances on Bank Nifty. 39,171 is the point you need to be aware of, and watch out for 39,300. If you see 39,300 on the futures chart, then don't hesitate to cut your positions and just stay out of the Bank Nifty trade for the day, because you can see some of the banking stocks also are in sideways. They have moved down and now currently in the sideways range, I would say. Canara Bank also around these levels, it is showing some amount of sideways movement. So this is something to be watched out for. Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda. Let us see HDFC. Well, HDFC also is trading around the sell level itself. It's been more than 4 to 5 candles now. It is hovering around 2544 itself, and it is moving nowhere, and it is not developing a very clear trend from the sell level. So which is very clear. Many a times what happens, like the moment it hits the sell price, it just picks up momentum and keeps going down. You can see here there is not much volumes also. The volumes are very muted today. Let us go to HDFC Bank. Very muted volumes even in HDFC Bank. The same chart pattern, all candles are in sideways for the last 4 to 5 candles. The moment it has hit the downward selling point, it is not ready to go down from there. But it is not like it has not taken a very clear pullbacks. It has not taken any pullbacks. It is moving in sideways. Let us also see ICICI Bank, because ICICI Bank generally gives a very good picture. Well, you can see here ICICI Bank has not even hit the sell level. It has already bounced back from the sell level itself. 826.80 happens to be the sell level, but it made a pullback. It did not sustain, but while it came down, it did not cut the sell level. It stopped at 827.5, about 70 paise higher to the sell level. It has already stopped, and once again it is trying to make a pullback. Whether this pullback, if it sustains, only then you can think of the base is formed, some kind of a higher lows are formed, and then you can go ahead of the next trade, which might be on the long side. Until then, there is no long side trade in any of these banking stocks. Yes, they have stopped falling is what I would say. Because they have stopped falling doesn't mean there will be big amount of short covering. Nifty on the whole is still weak, so Nifty, if it gives up more, then Bank Nifty may not sustain. So you need to be aware of these data points while you are in trade. You can see here Nifty has already climbed back to 16,921 levels. It has come to the sell point. So I would say it is better to exit at cost. If somebody has told 16,922, it has come up to 16,866. It was given about 60 points, but again it has climbed back 60 points, and I would say this is the stop loss level for Nifty now. Nifty around stop loss level, Bank Nifty around 39,300 is the level to be watched out for, currently trading at 39,265. So if you people are having positions in Nifty, better to close the positions. I don't know at what level you would have entered Nifty, but whatever level you have entered Nifty, at this juncture it is in the pullback mode. It might try to make a pullback once the Europe opens. Europe may not open so very on a weaker note. We don't know how the Europe opens. Probably some amount of action is happening because of that also. Whatever is the case, for us the only data point is our own price action and volume action. So if we start seeing other data points, it becomes more confusing. Stick to one data point, stick to the price, stick to the volumes, stick to your own methodologies. Do not, on the runtime, do not make any changes. Once the market closes, then review your data points, review your decisions, review your what was happening elsewhere. So then based on all of those reviews, if you think your system needs any correction, then make those corrections and again come back to the battlefield once again tomorrow. But while the markets are on, while you are having positions, do not change your strategies runtime. Have a lead time for changing your strategies. In case if it is doing well, I would say don't even change anything. Only when it is not doing well, you may have to change it for getting some optimum rhythm. But if you are already in the rhythm and if you are looking for more optimization, then take it slowly. Do not be in a hurry to over optimize your strategies. Optimization is good, perfection is good, but at the same time remember, overly getting into any activity would only just put us little bit on the back foot. So having said that, that is with respect to today's chart analysis. Generally the overall outlook for the first 3 to 4 hours of trading is Nifty is weaker than the Bank Nifty, and Nifty gives a sell level gives little bit of movement also, but he is now once again making a pullback. One pullback has failed, once again trying to make a pullback now. Probably this time it might sustain, and at the same time Bank Nifty is actually traded around the sell level itself for multiple candles. It did not create a momentum on the downside, and when the pullback is happening in Nifty, the pullback is much more sharper in Bank Nifty, which is an indication that this today's lows might hold on for rest of the day at least, and also might have an impact for the coming days also. Let us quickly look into the settlement chart. Also you can see here, settlement also has the sell at 16918, which happens to be last week's low. So it has cut last week's low and it is now trading around the last week low itself. You can take some short positions still for the weekly settlement for Thursday, which is like, you can be short some of the calls at 17,200. that is where the buying will emerge. 17,200. let me just see what is the options price at 17,200. Well, you don't get much at 17,200. calls have lost lot of value. Yesterday's or Friday's close was at around 83. Today it is now currently trading at 25. So if you are out of the money seller, and if you are a directional player, then one trade that we can think of for the settlement is have 17,200 as your stop loss, and you can go short at 17,200. So if you have to come little closer, then 17,100. 17,100 is currently trading at 45. Probably you can try 17,100 also. Let us see the Nifty chart, so that we get some, not the futures one. I want to see the Nifty spot. Well, Nifty spot, yeah, I would say 17,145. Yeah, you can be around 17,100 if you are option seller, and if you want to have a directional play, then one opportunity for next 3 to 4 days would be selling 17,100 call at around 45, currently trading at around 45. So probably you will make something in this settlement. Well, that is with respect to the chart analysis for the day. Before I conclude, I would like to make an announcement. There is an event coming up in Bangalore called Investible, organized by Traders Gurukul and Money Control Pro. So I will be participating in the event as one of the mentor, and in case you are interested in joining, do call up on the number that is being displayed, so that you can get enrolled. It comes with a residential fees of 24,999. So it will be a 3 days residential program. You will stay there in the hotel Taj West End, and you will get 3 days of time to interact with about 25 plus fund managers, 25 plus mentors, and 6 to 8 keynote speakers. All of them will be residing there with you, and you will have all 3 days for more than 8 to 9 hours or 10 hours, and you will have dinner meetups, quizzes, events, prize winning contests. Lot more will be there in the event. It's going to be a very vibrant event. So in case you are interested, do participate for networking as well as some amount of learning too. So having said that, let us once again meet tomorrow morning with a fresh perspective on the market. Until then, Om Swasti.